I'll just take some of these. White berries of some kind. Unlike Sam, I don't know the first thing about botany. I can't get there without being spotted by the guard. I'd rather stay in hiding. Besides, I bet he's not alone. I had better watch my step. The back entrance of the temple. Maybe I can get to Sam this way. I can't see a handle or any kind of mechanism for opening this door. There are some situations where it's more convenient not to have hands covered in bee stings. Therefore, and for that reason alone, I will not perform this action. I could use this to knock down the honeycombs, but I don't want to face the wrath of the killer bees without proper protective clothing. A hole in the wall. It's empty. This isn't some TV crime show, and I'm not a forensics expert. This scrap isn't going to tell me the family history of the person it belonged to, nor what that person dined on this week, so I may as well just leave it there. I would never have found the way to the temple without the monkey's red footprints. I'll just get rid of this web. I don't want to walk right into it by accident. How am I supposed to catch flying creatures with my bare hands? If I could do that, I'd be working in a circus. A slug has actually climbed onto the can. I'll rescue it before it drowns. How am I Looks like we've got some kind of contest going on here. I destroy the web, the spider rebuilds it. I destroy it again, the spider rebuilds. Great pastime for a boring Sunday afternoon. I'll bet anything that the web will be whole and undamaged by the time I come back. I can't get out from behind the tree without being spotted. but maybe it will smell bad enough from here to distract the guard. The guard isn't reacting at all. I guess the distance is just too great. The bamboo tube is too short to push that smelly monster any closer to the guard. I can't get out from behind the tree without being spotted, but maybe it will smell bad enough from here to distract the guard. The guard isn't reacting at all. I guess the distance is just too great. I'll put two of these poles together. That will give me an extended range.
Yuck! What is this horrible stench? It's worse than a skunk!
If I ever decide to become an evil mastermind, I'm going to make sure I never employ guards with sensitive noses. Unless I'm very much mistaken, this is a carnivorous plant. No idea why they named it after the Roman goddess of love. There are some strange white lines on this tendril. No idea how they got there, or what they mean. Looks like we've got some kind of contest going on here. I destroy the web, the spider rebuilds it. I destroy it again, the spider rebuilds. Great pastime for a boring Sunday afternoon. I'll bet anything that the web will be whole and undamaged by the time I come back. Come on, my little buddies. I'm here to rescue you from the nasty monster spider. Use the flag as a fishing net? Okay, why not? I guess it's worth a try. Well, that was quick. I might consider a career as a fisherman. Oof. Even from here, that thing still stinks of carrion. And here come the flies. It looks mighty hungry. Let's see if the feast keeps it busy enough so I can catch it. I would never have dreamed that catching frogs was this easy. Now what? Yikes! They must be really hungry. There are still a few bees about, but I'll risk it. Phew, that was lucky. I got through it all unscathed. If Sam's translation is correct, it says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all. With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen's gold." Done! Yes, I am so great. They should make me the leading man in a movie or in a computer game. Okay, let's see what awaits me in this temple and how I can get to Sam.
was that? The barkeeper shoots at me and then takes off in a helicopter seconds before the ship is swallowed by a gigantic monster wave? Did I just dream that? Why would that guy shoot at me? And did he know about the wave, or did the helicopter just happen to pick him up at exactly the right moment? Probably not. After all, he was going on and on about the end of the world and being rescued by that Puritas Cordis sect. What is the meaning of all this? By Poseidon. Looks like I've got quite another set of problems for now. The ship hasn't sunk yet, but since it capsized because of that monster wave, it only appears to be a question of time. I've got to get out of here, and fast.
But where am I?
We're on a capsized ship that could sink any minute now, and you've been trapped under a massive steel girder. But I'll think of something, don't worry.
Don't worry. When should I be worried, if not now?
Good point. But I'm sure I can find a way out of this. You saved my life after all. I owe you.
Thank you, but I boarded the ship for a reason. You remember the incident at the harbor?
The man who had that fatal accident?
Exactly. He must have slipped you a letter right before it happened.
But I haven't got any letter. Besides, there are more important things we should be worrying about right now. We need to get out of here.
Why do you think such odd things happened on board? Why do you think people had to die? Trust me, this is important. I will not leave. You must find this letter.
I would be more tempted to admire the fantastic view if I wasn't on a capsized ship that was bound to sink at any moment. The window still appears to be holding under the pressure, and I am certainly not about to change that. A bust of somebody or other. I would be more tempted to... Right now the lever is set to stop. I could set it to either full speed ahead or full reverse speed. Full speed ahead. Something appears to have moved in the room above me. There's water on the other side. How about I leave the door closed, stay put, and the water can do the same? Seems like a fair trade. A massive steel girder. The steel girder is way too heavy. I can't lift it without some kind of equipment. The wheel is completely rusted in place. Even a gorilla couldn't turn it. I hope this is the way out. To freedom, not to eternity. The cabinet is secured by a combination lock. A picture of the ship naming ceremony. In order to open the drawers, I need to enter the correct number code first. 7, 4, 7, 5. I wonder whether that was the right sequence of numbers. I think that was correct. The drawer is empty, but I could at least use it as a makeshift stairway in order to reach the upper hatch. It's stuck. It's stuck. This is not a passage to the room above. It's only a part of the floor between the decks that broke open. The middle floor broke open, and part of a steel girder fell to the ground. There's water on the other side. How about I leave the door closed? I could step on that drawer in order to reach the hatch, but before I open it, I should make sure that there's no water behind it. Otherwise, it could get rather uncomfortable down here. The middle floor broke. This is not a passage to the room. Right now, the lever is set to stop. I could set it to either full speed ahead or full reverse speed. And now the other way. Something appears to have moved in the room above me. I could step. Looks pretty sturdy. I can't yank that out. It's closed, but climbing through that hatch may be our only way out. I could step on that drawer in order to reach the hatch, but before I open it, I should make sure that there's no water behind. I will place the bongo drum under the pipe with its open end up. The drawer is empty. I could whack it against the door, but I doubt there's anyone who will hear me knocking. I could whack. The middle floor broke open, and part of a steel girder fell to the ground. I'm sure there is plenty of water below this hatch. That sounded hollow. There seems to be no water on the other side. There isn't much left of that fancy reception area. All kinds of papers. I don't think I will find that letter here, but maybe at least this will help convince the guy who saved my life that it makes no sense to go looking for it. I found my ticket. And just like I thought, there isn't a... Oh, but there is. It's true then. the man at the harbor really did slip me a letter. But the document is full of cryptic symbols. I can't make heads or tails of it. And the enclosed drawing doesn't make much sense either. This looks bizarre. All the records it contained are scattered across the floor. I'm not going to find anything there. It's securely fastened. Tugging on that won't help. Climb up there? Forget it. That's the way to the engine room. I don't think I can seal that. As long as this puddle doesn't get any bigger, I don't have much to worry about, apart from the fact that I am trapped in a capsized, sinking ship. I've never been all that fond of aquariums, and that is not about to change. Out of order and completely useless now.
Did you find the letter?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And now you must find a way out of here.
Right now the lever is set to stop. I could set it to either full speed ahead or full reverse speed. Full speed ahead. Right now the lever is set to stop. I could set it to either full speed ahead or full reverse speed. If I use the lever now, the chain will probably just be pulled up again. Let's hope this will hold. I can't think of a better alternative. Right now the lever is set to stop. I could set it to either full speed ahead or full reverse speed. And now the other way.
Did you find the letter?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And now you must find a way out of here.
As long as this puddle... I will pour a little water into the pipe. All right, I've got the oil. Now for an opportunity to make good use of it. A little oil could do wonders for the rusty wheel. I can't just leave the man behind here. Come on! I actually managed to find that blasted letter! So now we should get out of here as fast as we can!
What? How? All right.
We're going to have to dive a few yards. Do you think you can make it?
I will have to. It's not like I've got a choice. The cold water is bound to keep me awake for a few minutes.
Right, let's go. That was close. Much too close.
Yes,
Are you okay?
Yes. No, not really. You wouldn't happen to have some sugar on you?
Sugar? You've got some nerve.
Diabetes. I'm hypoglycemic right now. I need glucose or a little sugar. Otherwise...
Otherwise what?
Otherwise, I will faint again. And in a few hours, I will die.
Are you kidding? No. By the look of you, I guess you're not. Hello? He's not reacting. He's still conscious, but totally lethargic. Here I am, stuck on a beach in the middle of nowhere without a living soul in sight. And my only companion needs glucose, or some form of sugar. Where am I supposed to find that? My goodness, what a mess!